Hello. As you can see, I have quite rosy cheeks. It's a little bit warm in here. I think my voice just disappeared. It does that sometimes, or at least I think it does. I don't know if it actually does. It's a little bit warm in here, but in the last clip I had the air conditioner on and it is a little bit noisy, so I've turned it off. But I get rosy cheeks quite a lot anyway. It's just normal for me. I am using my tripod, but in saying that, I'm holding it, so it may still shake. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out right now which is best. So yeah, I'm just gonna start telling my story in this clip, and I just want to quickly mention that I have previously said that I'm not, saying things to place blame or call people out, anything like that. But I also just wanted to say that this is also my story from my point of view, the way I saw things, or the way I heard things, or the way I felt things, the way it impacted me. And that doesn't mean that it happened exactly that way, or that that person meant for it to happen that way, or that person meant to make me feel a certain way, or anything like that. It just means that it's my story, it's my opinion, it's my version, it's what I felt, what I went through, what I know to be true, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So my arm is already getting sore. So I'm 51 years old, and I was born in 1973 November, and I went through a traumatic experience before I was even born, which I found out when I got all my adoption information, because I was adopted. And that was when I was around 25 that I started to look into it and get all the paperwork and information that was on file, on record, sorry. And basically, when my birth mother was about 7 months pregnant with me, there was an accident with an old hot water heater that the flame went out and carbon monoxide was filling the room, and she passed out, and she was rushed to hospital. It was quite serious. She was in an oxygen tent for 24 hours, and she was pregnant with me at the time. And there is actually, I've been told from my therapist, impact on your life and how you are because of trauma in the womb. And I do believe that I had a very traumatic start to life. So she gave birth to me, and she kept me for the first 7 months of my life. And I later found out from different sources that she may have had me taken off her for neglect. I may not have been looked after properly, may not have been fed properly, bathed, changed, all the stuff you're meant to do for a baby. I may have been left alone for hours. I don't think I would have got the love and nurturing from her that you are meant to get from your mother or from your parent as a newborn child, a baby. But when I was 7 months old, I was either taken off her or she gave me up for adoption. My adoptive parents adopted me when I was 8 months old, and I was the youngest in a family of 4 children. So I had an older sister and 2 older brothers. And before my adoptive parents got me, I would have been in a home or a foster home or something for that month. So, you know, shuffled around quite a lot at a very young age. And I don't have a lot of memories of my parents living together. I do know that there was a lot of arguing, fighting, yelling, banging, a little bit, you know, hostile environment. I don't feel like my mother, my adoptive mother, bonded with me very well. I don't know if that was because I was already 8 months old when they adopted me, or just because of I had been through maybe traumatic experiences and I may not have, you know, reacted in certain ways or acted a certain way, etc. I don't think she ever really understood me, to be honest, knowing what I know now. And when I was 5 turning 6, my parents separated and we lived in New South Wales. So my mother's family was in Queensland, so we left my mum and the 4 children. We all left my father and went to live in another state, and basically had to leave my life behind at 5 years of age. The only home I would have remembered and known, and my father and any friends I had at school. I was in kindergarten, etc. Family, my father's mum, my nan, who I absolutely loved and adored. I had to leave her and go and live in a strange place with strangers and a new family and friends that I didn't know, etc. And I believe that would have been extremely hard. And we went and lived in my uncle's house for a little while. So it was my uncle, his wife, a couple of kids, and my grandfather, my mama's kids. My uncle had property and was building a new home on the property, so we were staying in his house. They were there with us for a little while and then they moved to the property and we stayed there. So we lived there for like 3 years, I think it was, between that house and his property. Started a new school, had my uncle, auntie, cousins. My uncle I absolutely adore and love. There wasn't many people who were very loving or kind to me throughout my life, I felt, and treated me like I was special, like I was loved. And my nan and my uncle were definitely the 2 people who did, as well as some of my mum's friends. But yeah, we lived there for a little while, and then there was a lot of arguing between my father and my mother while they were separated and getting a divorce, etc. And just a lot of things that I heard, saw, etc. And then my mum met a new boyfriend, or had a new boyfriend, and we moved into his home, which was about half an hour's drive from where we had just lived for the last 3 years. So once again, I had to move to a new home, a little bit further away from the family I'd come to know, and leave behind the friends I made. I didn't live too far away, so yes, I could see these friends again, etc. But where I was living was a small coastal town, and it was up in far north Queensland, and you didn't have public transport like you have now, and it just wasn't easy to get to places unless you went in the car. I was a kid, so I couldn't do that. So you kind of just hung out and, you know, associated with people in your town, basically. So yeah, and then, you know, my life started again in a new place. So I'll leave it there for now. So I'll be back with the next one. Bye.